Good afternoon, teammates. It's truly such a magnificent sight to see so many highly aspired athletes in this room tonight. I'm humbled to have you in my presence as you've come in attendance with an expectance to learn from me as we collectively strive to master our craft. All of us have been around the game long enough to know baseball is a game of failure. Success in baseball is measured by our relentless attitudes to get back in the batter's box after we've struck out 7 out of the last 10 at-bats. After we've been thrown out at second base from the right fielder, gunning us down after we round first base with all our speed and strength. After the coach humiliates us for watching that third strike go by in front of the team and the crowd. So tonight, we are going to discuss how we can minimize our failures in the batter's box. Like many things in life, we must start with our foundation. Our foundation is the basis of which all else is built upon. Now, when you think of your foundation, you may think about where you position yourself in the batter's box, the stance and width that you put your feet in, and how low you hinge or how tall you stand. But tonight, I challenge you to ask yourself, what is the foundation that you are building on? Why are you in the box to begin with? Is it to show how good of a player you are, or is it to steward the God-given talent that you've been blessed with? Matthew 7, verses 24 and 25 says, "Therefore, everyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man, who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against that house. Yet it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock." The rainfall, the strong winds, and the storms are inevitable in the game of baseball. If you have ears to hear, listen to this tonight. God calls us to do everything unto Him and not for man. When we hear these words and put them into practice, we stand firm in the Lord and build upon His rock as our foundation. He's faithful to sustain us through the inevitable failures we will face throughout our baseball careers. And if we cannot endure failure, we cannot achieve success. We must rise again. Each at-bat is an opportunity to display greatness, or an opportunity to take one more step in its direction. With the right foundation, we become unbreakable, giving us the ability to even begin pursuing success in the batter's box. Now that our foundation is established, we must continue to build. It's important to work from the ground up. If our lower half isn't strong and stable, nothing above it can be either. Think about this. The average person's legs are 2 to 3 times more powerful than their arms. That means there's a massive amount of energy waiting to be used every time you step into the box. Imagine the potential power output of a hitter like Jake if he effectively utilized the power within his legs and upper body. If you can truly harness the power of your lower half and connect it with your upper body, that's where results happen. To effectively use our legs, we must create tension. We need to favor our weight to our back leg and press into the balls of our feet. This creates a tension like a rubber band, creating positive potential energy that's ready to explode forward the moment that we begin our swing. It's important to stay balanced and controlled, not lunging forward or falling forward, because power without posture just becomes wasted movements. Our movements in the box must be intentional. And to minimize failure in the box, we can minimize our field of vision. I tend to have greater success with a hinged posture where I'm leaning just a bit forward at the hips as opposed to a tall upwards position. This position helps me gravitate more towards the plane of the pitch and make more consistent contact. As it's said, timing is everything. When the pitch comes, it is extremely important that we're on time and can produce a fluid swing. I like to have my front foot down early. One of my mentors, former major league pitcher for the Miami Marlins, Matthew Oxner, said it to me like this: when the pitcher's foot hits the ground, your front foot should already be down. This has since become my rule of thumb and been instrumental in my success at the plate. But before that front foot hits the ground, there's something else happening. That's my load. It's the heartbeat of our swing. It's subtle yet powerful. If you notice, during my load, I keep my hands still and close to my body, slightly lower than my shoulder. We're not trying to do too much here. Just getting ready to unleash the energy we've already unlocked. It's important that as you swing, you keep your hands tight to your body so you don't create more space between you and the pitch, which makes it harder to barrel up the ball. Staying compact allows you to stay in the hitting zone longer, giving you more margin for error and more opportunity to make solid contact. It's important that everything works together and stays fluid. Remember, the goal is not perfection, it is to minimize failure. I appreciate everyone's attentive listening this evening and look forward to hearing about your results the next time you step in the box and apply these strategies to your game.